Hello, my comic friends, and welcome to a very special episode of TGIW. Why is it special? Well, this is episode number 52, which means that if every Wednesday I do a TGIW and I have not missed a Wednesday, if it's the 52nd episode, that means it is the 1 year anniversary of TGIW and more or less the channel. I started doing TGIW with the beginning of the channel, I think. But it is definitely the 1 year anniversary of TGIW, which is kind of exciting. Hey, what a roller coaster it's been. We've laughed, we've cried. Well, hopefully you've laughed. I know I've cried, but yeah, kind of cool. So here's to another year at least. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so what did we have for this week? It was a good week. It was a solid week. The weeks are starting to get they're starting to get thick. So I think I need to review my poll list and see what can be cut, which is really, really hard for me. It's a very stressful thing for me to do because I like everything that I read, or else I wouldn't have subscribed to it in the first place. But sometimes, I don't know, there are books where I need to decide, like, can I live without it? There's probably at least a few of them, so it can be cut down. We were kind of spoiled when comics were trickling out. It gave us time to sort of catch up and be caught up, which was kind of nice. But now that we're back in full force with the release of books, I don't know. It seems to be flooding. So I'm gonna have to do that. I don't know what's gonna get cut. It's hard because new series are coming out, new indie series like Image series and stuff have been coming out, and they've been good. So I don't know. It's tough. All right. So first, got the hardcover of Daphne Byrne. So I've gotten all the hardcovers of these Hill House books as they've come out. I've mentioned before I don't usually do hardcovers, but it seems that the only way that these are going to come out is in hardcover. And I actually haven't minded. I don't really care that much about hardcover over softcover, so I go softcover because it's cheaper and the story's the same. But these nice little hardcovers have been nice, and I really like the wrap that they put on these, where it's kind of a almost semi-transparent. You can't really see, but the actual book, the printing on the actual hardcover itself can kind of be seen through the. Why can't I think of the name of the cover, the wrap, whatever. So I've really enjoyed these Hill House things, so I'll continue to get those. I don't think there's many left unless they start with some more. As for new regular books, I'll get these out of the way. I just picked these up. I like these True Believers. It's nice ways to be able to read these stories without having to get like epic collections or full collections. So here, this is what, Hulk 141, I believe. The first appearance of Doc Samson. And Avengers, was it 19? First Black Knight? Can't remember the top of my head. Somewhere around, no, it's got Hawkeye in it. That's not 19. Whatever this is, I don't remember. So I picked those up. I usually get those for interesting books. That's like, it's good to read the origin of things that I'm not going to get in like epic collections. I do have Avengers epic collections, but probably not as far as what this is, and I have some Hulk epic collections, but not as far as this is, and you get the idea. All right, so Amazing Spider-Man 51 LR Last Remains. So this is spinning out of the last story arc, where the rest of the Spider crew has kind of been possessed. I talked about how these point issues, what I feel like .LR, point ones, point two, and all that. How I feel about those. It's a bit too much. Let's see. Make sure I'll do these all at once. So there were some indie number ones that came out that I picked up. Origins. Just looked kind of cool, so I picked that up. Red Atlantis. And Aftershock has been doing good. This is Boom. Boom has been doing really good. So I decided to pick up Red Atlantis. I think this is a mini. Like it's gonna be like 5 or 6 issues long. But it's sort of, I think, more like government espionage type stuff. And then Crossover. So this is the new Donny Cates joint. And as we all know, Donny Cates is super hot right now. I'm not entirely sure what this is about. I think it's something about like, what if all these fantasy sort of ideas or characters were real, or they come to life or something. So for example, you see here, like on the cover, you see, oh look, there's Redneck #1, there's God Country #1. Like, so it's, and I don't know if it's specifically those books or if it's more general. I'm not sure. But it's probably going to be something that ends up being pretty hot. So, and I was, generally curious. I do like Donny Cates as a writer, so I picked that up. Jenica 2. I got the Kevin Eastman cover, which is super cool. So I love the TMNT stuff. The Jenica first miniseries was really great, so I picked that up. Bye, Wendigo. Batman 102. Still kind of spinning out of Joker War. And I've heard some people like they didn't really care about how Joker War ended, which is fine. I mean, everyone has their own opinion and whatnot. Oh, careful, pup. She's shook and banged her tail against the table, or against the door. But I was pretty okay with it. I thought it wrapped up nicely. Just this sort of like, hey, Batman, the city isn't as much yours as you think it is. Sort of point that the Joker was trying to make. And in that regard, he won. And I think to someone like Batman, who does think Gotham is his city, that is actually a pretty big win. I thought it was good. So, anyway. Batman. Savage Avengers. Is this still with... I honestly can't remember what's going on in Savage Avengers right now. Alien, the original screenplay. This is so good, so beautiful. And if any interest in the Alien universe, you need to pick that up. Deadpool 8, more monster goodness. We'll see how if him and Elsa Bloodstone end up together. Kind of weird, but. Guardians of the Galaxy #8. I felt like I just read. Didn't I just read #7? So I remember like this was the last panel of the last issue, and that feels really recent. But where they needed like an impartial set of people to work out some political problem or something like that, and the Guardians happened to be there, and Rocket's like, impartial. We got you. Thor #9. So from what I can tell, this is his sort of return to the Donald Blake identity. Hey, Wendigo. Hey, get out of there. Don't look at me like that. Just always looking for trouble. So we'll see how that goes. Another #1 U.S. Agent limited series. So I got the first issue, and we'll see how it is. I don't know a whole lot about U.S. Agent, but for what I can tell, he took over the mantle of Captain America for a while, and he's kind of the, I don't know, badass, I don't care, bad boy Captain America. Web of Venom, Empire's End. So all these Web of Venom stuff, and I believe this is tying into the King in Black event. It doesn't have a King in Black stamped on it, so I'm not sure how directly it ties to it. But I mean, Noel's on the cover, so it's got to be somewhat. This I picked up. Like, I don't read Captain Marvel, but one of my viewers and customers had turned me on to, like, hey, Captain Marvel 23 is the first appearance of Namor's son, and I know you like Namor, which is true, I do. So he turned me on to that, like, oh, well, and it's, you know, Namor's on the cover, and if there's a new character that's Namor's son out there, I'd like to have that and read it. So I'd already come back from the comic shop, so I went back out to the comic shop to see if they had it, and was able to pick one up. So got that. And Hellblazer Rise and Fall, so Black Label Hellraiser, which it makes sense, right? Like, why does it take this long to get a Black Label Hellraiser? If Black Label is kind of the new, I mean, hey, for real, stop it. If Black Label is, and not the new Vertigo, because it doesn't really have these ongoing series like Vertigo did, or does. I mean, Vertigo is back, but sort of these. I think what Vertigo was originally meant to be is sort of the darker and more adult oriented stories. Like Hellblazer fits right into that. So, you know, they've had some Wonder Woman stories and some Superman stories and some Batman stories, but something like Black Label is meant for things that like started on Vertigo. Like get those dark characters, those dark stories in the Black Label, because that's, I don't know, I feel like that's what it really should be for. Don't get me wrong, I like seeing these dark versions of and dark stories surrounding, you know, our other heroes. They've been great, but the idea of having these titles that are really adult only for those original sort of Vertigo properties, I think is a great fit. And let's see. Then I got some back issues filling in that Hulk run. We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good with that. Most of it's filler. Some bangers in here. You know, once we start getting to McFarlane covers, and I did get a Hulk 330. So this is where McFarlane starts his run on Hulk. It's in okay shape. Like, I didn't need this in a super great condition. I wanted it in a nice condition, but I didn't need it in super great condition because it's not that big of a deal to me. But I mean, some other McFarlane covers, you know, that I didn't have are in there. I know I don't have all the McFarlane covers because there were one or two that were in the back issue bin but weren't in good enough condition for what I wanted, so I had to leave them. So, but I'll you know, I'll get them eventually. And if you recall, I started this with the idea of getting the Peter David run, which starts right after that 330 and 331. But as you can see, I'm going further back, right? I have 297. I think 297 is the earliest that I wanted to get, because this is where the Hulk and Bruce Banner splitting starts, and I get the impression that the fact that happening is sort of integral to the Peter David stuff. So I wanted the background of it, so I just went back a little bit further, and I'll get that too. But this is getting pretty close to being done. It's not a super hard series to fill. I mean, there are a couple key issues in there, right? The first Thunderbolts is in there. The Hulk 340, that iconic Hulk Wolverine cover is there, and maybe one or two others. And the McFarlane covers in general are a little bit pricier, but it's not too bad. Everything else outside of those are super cheap and not hard to find. So, yeah. So I think that is it. I need to do some organization around here. As you might be able to see, some stuff is starting to pile up over there. Mm-hmm. Need to start doing some organization and whatnot. But yeah, 1 year of TGIW. So hopefully, it's been fun for me. Or else I wouldn't have been doing it, or I wouldn't still be doing it. Hopefully, it's fun for at least some people out there. so I can keep doing it and um, have fun myself and bring some sort of entertainment to others. If not, whatever. Oh, I missed something. There's something else that I got. Oh. I picked this up just because it was there and it was cool. Secret Six #1. So this is the first appearance of the Secret Six. Not in, I don't know. It's probably high mid grade, somewhere around there. It's not like a super crazy expensive book or anything. I can definitely clean it. I don't know if I will. I just don't know if it's worth my time. I didn't get it to resell. I got it for me, and how it sits is probably good enough. I have more important things to clean of my own aside from, actual business that I have, customer stuff I have to do. So I saw that in the store and I thought, that looks kind of cool for a Secret Six, so I picked that up. But that and a short box. I bought a short box. If we're gonna be completionist, I got a short box. Yeah, I think that's it. So let me know what's going on with you. Any cool things that I missed this week that I need to run back to and see if the store still has them. But if not, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, make yours Titan. Wendigo, stop whining. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.